In this video, I'm going to look at the two most common reports you hear about for telling you how your business is growing or not growing, as the case may be, and that's the profit and loss and the balance sheet. If I go to reports and all reports, we see all the reports available in Xero. And at present, at this time of recording, which is November 2014, Xero are actually rewriting a lot of the reports, and you can have a look at the new reports by clicking on this link. But for this particular video, I'm just going to be sticking to the reports that are available at the moment. And we can see the profit and loss is here with a blue star, and the balance sheet has a blue star. The blue star just means that it's been made as a shortcut, and you can blue star or unblue star any of the reports that you wish to. So if I click on the profit and loss, the default profit and loss in Xero is the current month and the previous 3 months with the year-to-date balances on the end. But you can see at the top that you can compare different periods, show a different date range, and make the profit and loss look how you want it to look. So we can see all the income, which is what the profit and loss is about, all the income and all the expenses. And the amount at the very bottom is the profit if it's a positive figure, and a loss if it's a negative figure. So this company over the year is making a loss so far, and it had a big loss in October, and it's made some small profits in the other months that are showing. All these blue numbers we can click through to find out what makes up those numbers. So if we thought, oh gosh, we spent a lot on advertising and marketing in October, I can click on that number and find out the transactions that made up that figure. Also, if you are using the tracking categories and you've set up tracking categories in your Xero, this one has got one tracking category set up and it's called regions. You can actually run a profit and loss on all the options in your tracking category. So if I look at compare regions, I've got 4 regions set up in my category. So I can see the profit and loss of the current financial year for each of the regions, and then for any transactions that have not had a region assigned to it is in the unassigned column, and the total is the actual profit and loss for the year to date. And we can compare our regions, or however we've set up our tracking categories, to see how they are doing. And we can see that the West Coast has done extremely well, whereas the East side is making a loss. So that's the profit and loss, sometimes known as the P&L. So now I'm going to look at the balance sheet. Now the balance sheet tells you how much your company is worth at this present moment. And it lists all your assets, so that's all the things your company owns, along with the bank account. And a bank account is an asset as long as it has money in it. It is a negative asset if it's overdrawn. Accounts receivable, which is all the money owed to you from your customers. So you've issued the invoices, but they're not yet paid, as well as the items that the business owns. So the assets minus the liabilities. So the liabilities are the money you owe to suppliers, and any other loans or the wages that you owe, all those types of things. So the assets minus the liabilities tells you what your business is worth at the present moment. And in fact, we have a negative equity in this particular business at the moment. It's not doing very well. It's made a loss in the current financial year, and we're standing at negative equity at the moment.